Hello everyone. Welcome to Satir Saya Nyan Academy. This is Priyanka Gavas. So today we are going to study the poem from Beehive book of class 9, that is wind. Now wind is the natural phenomenon that occurs. We can usually see the wind in our daily life. So we all are having some kind of idea about the wind. We all are familiar with the term. So this poem is written by Subramanya Bharati in Tamil and A.K. Ramanujan translated this poem from Tamil to English. So let's start the poem. Before starting, let me give the brief introduction about the poem. Now here in this poem, the poet is giving us the message that we should be mentally and physically strong in order to achieve the hardships of life. The weak person will break down when he will face any challenge in his life. But the poet is telling us that we should overcome these challenges and should not feel weak. But sometimes when these weak people face the challenges, they breaks down very badly. But if suppose these challenges are faced by the stronger people, then by overcoming those, they become very strong. So let's start the poem. As I will go ahead, I will also tell you all the meanings of the difficult words and also the literary devices. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. So here in this line, the poet is talking about the power of the wind. He is telling to the wind to come very softly, to come very slowly. Don't come very fast or very hard. Don't be so powerful that can break the shutters of the window, even can scatter the papers everywhere. Now the scatter means if suppose the strong wind came and if papers are kept on the table, then it can take all the papers with it. The papers can blow in the air. So don't scatter the paper everywhere and also don't throw down the books kept on the shelf. If suppose the wind is very powerful, then the books on the shelf can also fall down. So here the poet is telling to the wind to come very softly, very slowly. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. Now here the again poet is telling to the wind that see what you did. You did a lot of destruction. You threw all the books down on the floor. Even you tore the pages of the books. You are so powerful that you brought also rain along with you. So don't be so powerful. Come very softly. Now here we will see the figure of speech literary devices of this stanza. Now the first figure of speech is anaphora. Now anaphora is used when the same word is used on every line of the sentence. Now here you all can see the word don't, don't, don't. Now this word is repeated in each and every line. So this is anaphora. The second figure of speech is personification. Personification is used when the human qualities are given to non-human things. Now see, you all can see this line, you tore the pages of the books. Now wind cannot tear the pages of the book. Okay, here human qualities are given to the wind. Only human beings can tear the pages of the book. So this line is personification. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Now here the meaning of the word poking means making. So now here the poet is also telling to the wind that you are very clever, you are very smart, that you make fun of the things that are very weak. You trouble them very much. Frail crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling woods, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives and crumbling hearts. So here the meaning of the word frail means weak and crumbling means breaking. So when you come very fast, now here the poet is telling to the wind that when you come very fast, when you come very powerfully, you destroy or break the weak houses. Okay, you destroy the weak doors, weak rafters, weak roofs, and even you destroy the wooden things that are weak, and you also destroy the bodies of the people that are weak. You also destroy their life, and by destroying all these things you make them very sad, and you also breaks down their heart. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. Now in this picture you all can see that the two ladies are winnowing, means blowing the grain free of chaff. Now here this line is compared to the life of the people. Now here the poet is telling us that the wind god winnows us, means he separates us, the strong and the weak people, and then it crushes the weak people. Now you might have also seen that when we winnows the wheat or a rice, we separate them from the chaff by winnowing it, means we separate the good and the bad rice. So here the poet is also comparing the winnowing of the grain to the life of the people. Now let's see the literary devices. The first literary device is personification. Now in the first line you all can see, you are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Means the human qualities are given to the non-human things. Means the human qualities are given to the wind now. Okay, we never makes fun of others. We human being make fun of others. So this line becomes personification. Now second line is repetition. Repetition is used when same word is repeated more than one time. Now in the second line you all can see crumbling, crumbling, crumbling. So this is repetition. Alliteration. Alliteration is used when the sound of the word repeated. Okay, now see in the last line, the wind god winnows and crushes them all. Wind, wind means W sound is repeated. So this is alliteration. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to firm the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. Now the meaning of the word firmly means strongly and steadfast means firm means strong. So here the poet is telling us that the wind will not listen to anyone. It will come strongly whenever needed and it will not see whether the things are strong or not. It will come and it will destroy everything. So similarly, the adversity in our life is also the same. It will not say like, no, you are very weak person, I will not come in your life. It is not like that. So similar case is with wind. He will not listen to anyone. So this stanza is also compared to the life of a person. Now we only now to avoid all these things, what we have to do, we only have to become strong. So to avoid the destruction, we have to build strong homes. We should also join our doors very strongly. We ourselves should also become very strong so that wind will not able to crush us, and we should also make our hearts very strong, very firm. If suppose we do all these things, then wind can become friend of us, no matter how strongly or powerfully it comes. If suppose we are strong, that it cannot harm us. So let's see the literary devices of this stanza. Alliteration. Alliteration is used when the sound is repeated. Okay, now here in the last line you all can see, do this and the wind will be friend with us. Wind will with. So here also W sound is repeated. So this is what? Alliteration. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. Now the meaning of the word flourish means to grow. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Now here in this stanza, the poet is saying that the wind blows out the weak fire means the wind finishes the weak things. It destroys the weak thing, but it makes the strong thing to grow more strong and to flourish. So the friendship with the wind is very good. It makes us strong and we praise him every day. Now this stanza is also related to the life of the people. Now I will give you one short example. If suppose the forest caught the fire which is very strong and big, and if suppose the wind is coming, then it will help the fire to cover up the whole forest. But if the fire is weak, then it will blow away in the wind. So this is also related to our life. If we have to grow and flourish, we have to be very strong. In case if the person is weak, then the person cannot face any challenge and he will become more weak. So we have to be very strong. Let's see the literary devices. Alliteration. Now here alliteration means the sound is repeating. Now you all can see he makes strong fires roar and flourish. Here F and F means first sound is repeating. So this is alliteration. In the first line also, the wind blows out weak fires. W and W means were. W sound is repeating. So both these lines are alliteration. Now here the message of the poem is that when the wind will come powerfully, we should stay strong and overcome it. We should not feel weak. When we stay strong, automatically it will become our friend and it will help us to grow more strong. It will make us strong not only mentally but physically and emotionally too. We should always stay strong in our life. So with this we are finished with the poem. I hope you all understood and enjoyed the poem. If you like the video, do like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you.